Hello, good evening. My name is Rosemary, and I want to testify of how God miraculously intervened in my health using Prophet Robert Okwe. In fact, it started in February, yes, when I had traveled briefly out of the country and come back. I suffered severe stomach pain, excruciating pain. In fact, I took some days off to go and treat it and went back to the office. I had to take some days off again and go back because it still didn't go away, and it was back and forth for a couple of weeks. At first they said it was H. pylori, and I treated it, but the pain would just not go away. And at a point the doctors were even scaring me that probably it had aggravated to a full-blown ulcer. And God, I was so worried. So I got in touch with Prophet Quay, and then I told him about it. See, Daddy did not leave me alone. He kept on calling me. He was like, Rosie, we need to deal with this. Everything will be fine. He gave me so much assurance. He kept praying with me. See, there were times that I literally would just cry because the pain was just too much, and I was taking time off work to go and just salvage the issue, but I wasn't getting any solution. So eventually my main doctor had to refer me to another hospital because he was just tired of the issue. He said, look, let me let you see a specialist who would take care of you and probably do an endoscopy and see what we can do to help. So I went to another hospital, and they accessed me and they booked me for an endoscopy. And I had done an endoscopy before, but the way the pain was so severe, I had to do it again to find out what really was going on in the stomach, because the medications were not really, helping. So the day before the endoscopy, I spoke with Prof again. In fact, we had always been talking. And that morning that I had to do the endoscopy, I called him again. Yes, and we spoke. And then he said, Rosie, take it, helping. So the day before the endoscopy, I spoke with Prof again. In fact, we had always been talking. And that morning that I had to do the endoscopy, I called him again. Yes, and we spoke. And then he said, Rosie, take a bottle of water, let me pray on it and drink it. The reports will be beautiful, be clean, don't worry. He gave me so much assurance, and we prayed. He said, just go and come, everything will be fine. like joke. I went to do the endoscopy, and I came back, and the report is here. And this is a picture of my stomach. I was like, no, wait, doctor, you mean there's no irritation? He said, no, there's no irritation in your stomach. I was like, there are no sores. Like, I don't have ulcer. He said, you don't have any ulcers in your stomach. I was like, the stomach, the H. pylori was negative. I was like, H. pylori is negative. The stomach is. He said, you actually have a very clean stomach. You just have to manage acid reflux. As and when, but it's even not a big deal. But basically, what we are looking for, we did not find it. You don't have any sores in your stomach. You have a very clean stomach. You don't have inflammation. You don't have gastritis. Look, I used to deal with gastritis. He said, I don't even have gastritis. I said, doctor, this is no, wait, like, hold it. For like minutes, I was stunned. I thought the doctor was lying. If those reports hadn't come out, for me to actually see what was going on in my stomach, I would have actually doubted the doctors. Very true. Because the pain I was going through, God, they are saying that normal mucosal appearance, normal folds, normal, like, seriously, it's like, really? I just had to leave the hospital same day, discharged, and just asked to go and take care of myself, and that was it. So I'm here to thank God, honestly. I am here to say a big thank you to God. This testimony is long overdue. And every time I think about it, I'm in awe of what God used prophets to do in my life. And Prof, I just want to tell you that God bless you. God used you mightily. In my very low moments, He used you beyond human imagination. Seriously. Because what I was going through had to be referred to another hospital, only for them to come back and say that your stomach is clean. Like, if it is not God, who else can it be? I'm here to say, God bless you. And Lord has perfected my healing in Jesus' mighty name. Amen.